on now to our final guest speaker. Next slide, please. Karen Yeets from Tulsa Welding School. Karen, come on up. Round of applause for Karen. So for those of you who don't know, PadSplit actually has a partnership with Tulsa Welding School. So a portion of their students, are staying in a PadSplit home. I think we are fully booked up with that one home, right, that we have. We're working on getting a couple other than pipeline. So Karen, I'd just love to, have you share more about how it's been working with the PadSplit team and just the overall experience it has been for your students as well.
Hi. Yeah, a little bit of a different, not an investor, but certainly a user of the platform. In November, when I was hired, I was tasked with finding affordable housing for our students, which in general, as we know, affordable housing is non-existent. Well, it used to not be non-existent, right? Right. But we were losing students. We were losing students in our welding school. We were losing students for our HVAC school. 7 to 10 months, that's going to change their lives, but we couldn't find housing for them. So that means they couldn't come. That means at the last minute, they might not be able to come. Their obstacles were the big upfront money that you have to have at most apartment complexes, a security deposit, first month's rent, maybe last month's rent, depending on where you are. That just wasn't affordable and feasible for our students. A lot of our students are coming from smaller towns in areas where they're used to spending $400 to $600 a month on a one-bedroom apartment. And so we needed to make something real for them and make something that is they'd be happy to spend time in and proud to spend time in. And so I started looking, good old internet. We do have a housing service. We do have a couple of other options that we do use, but they're not immediately affordable and readily available for our students. So August 4th, 7th, something like that, Kat, right? We got this house, 10 bedrooms. So that's one of the 10 bedrooms houses that Jeff is talking about. 3 bathrooms, full in 3 weeks. And that's amazing when it comes for our students, because we've got quite a few coming from different places and different backgrounds. And so they were able to do what they needed to do, have a really small window of application process. Their income was enough. And we all kind of lament sometimes how much we don't make or whatever. These students are thinking, oh man, I only make $200 a week. That's all I make. Am I going to be able to afford anything? And they walk into a newly renovated, furnished, clean, and affordable place. There's nothing like it. For some, it's the first time they're going to school. For some, it's the first time that they're on their own. They might be 24 years old and they've never lived on their own before. This is huge. So it's been amazing for our students, amazing for the admissions representatives who know that they can have them come to me and they don't have to worry about their housing anymore. And it's just a hell of a lot of fun for me to be like, we just filled this house and we want another one. So we want another one. We want another one near Southside Boulevard. We got anybody? Anybody? We're looking. We've filled up the 10 bedrooms in 3 weeks. We have starts every 5 weeks. That's a pretty good ratio, especially when you've got a 7 to 10 month program. Kat has been amazing. She's our property manager. I know so many people are like, we love Kat. So we do, and we appreciate it. And her communication with me, Kirsten's communication, Jack, anybody that I have spoken with in this process, it's been unbelievable. The response, the getting your questions answered, just the back and forth communication. Kat and I were just talking this evening, how about maybe we can tweak some things to make sure that our students are getting what they need from their end, from our end. We hold them accountable, we're sending the same message. That's really big too. So as far as a partnership is concerned, we could not be happier. I could not be happier, and I know that Tulsa Welding School is just going to benefit. Designated housing hasn't happened before with Tulsa Welding School. We have Phoenix, Tulsa, Dallas, Houston, Jacksonville, and everyone but Tulsa is ready to go, right? Tulsa, they have really low rents anyway in Tulsa. But Jacksonville has been amazing. You cannot find $600 rents in Jacksonville where they feel safe and where they're connecting, at least for us, with a designated house. They're connecting with each other. That's an emotional, a social, and even a spiritual journey for them that they've maybe have never had before. So we are so excited about this option. We cannot wait to get more because we'll fill them. It's just a given. We're going to fill them and we're going to keep them full. And so keep us in mind. E will get you my information, and we'll be looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Karen, thank you so much. Seriously. I think it all goes back to the best is yet to come at PadSplit. I mean, you heard it here first. You're not only going to do well, you're going to be making more cash flow, but you're truly making a positive impact in people's lives, students, service workers, people who are part of our community. I mean, it's a win-win. It doesn't get better. It's a win-win. So with all that being said, we'll go ahead and move on now to the main event, the panel.